lot smoother than it did. Welcome to Black Diesel Garage. I'm Gabe, and this is an older video that I filmed for YouTube, and it didn't turn into a video before I actually got started. I have a couple of these older videos. So this is when I first got the truck, and it was about, probably from to date, it'd be about a little over a year ago. But it's an oil change video, and didn't have an intro, didn't have a channel name. So here's the video. Thanks for watching Black Diesel Garage. Okay, so this is a video on how to change oil in a 6.9 diesel and a 7.3 diesel. They're both pretty much the same thing. This one here we're working on today is an 83 6.9 diesel. So for those of you who just like to watch the beginning of a video and find out what all you need for it, to do, we're actually going to do an oil change and a fuel filter and air filter change. But pretty much for all that, you only need a 3/4 inch wrench, a drain pan, and the stuff you need, which would be, I just get Napa stuff, so this is Napa filter numbers. But at least for Napa Gold, I'm assuming this is an oil filter. It's gonna be $17.42 for your oil filter. Then your fuel filter will be a 380/11, or a 3811 fuel filter for Napa Gold. And then from what I've heard, it says it takes 10 quarts of oil. So these are 4-quart jugs. I have 3 of them. I think they're 4-quart. And then for an air filter, it is a, make sure I find the right number on here. Could be wrong, but I think it's the 501. That might not be the right number. I think it probably is. Looks like that. And for tools and everything you need, that should be it, other than maybe wanting some paper towels. And for those of you that want to just watch a video, here's the truck we're working on. It's a 83 6.9 diesel manual 4-speed 2-wheel drive. This truck has sat for 11 years and we're going to be fixing it up. So if you want to see more videos on this truck, just subscribe and ring the bell, I guess. And a note, I didn't have a filter wrench on me, and the filters were too tight to get off by hand. So I hammered a screwdriver through them and turned them to loosen them up. So there's a little trick for you if you don't have a filter wrench. So I guess we'll start by draining the oil. Get your wrench. I already have a drain pan lying under there. Sorry, laying under there. I get flack for saying lying under there. It's not doing any lying, it's just laying. Might want to bring a paper towel with you. And on the driver's side, your oil filter's right up there on the driver's side. Had to do the same thing, punch a screwdriver through the side and turn it because it was too tight and I didn't have a filter wrench. And then the plugs on the bottom of the pan, it's a 3/4. I already loosened it up to make it easier for the video. Or I guess I didn't loosen it up that much, I just broke it loose. Gonna want to get on there. Get it loose and see if I can not get much more oil on my hand than this. And nope, didn't succeed. I'm gonna take that and probably just sit on the ground here and hope I don't lose it. Then your oil filter up here. I was able to turn that earlier, but now that my hands are covered with the oil, It's too slick for me to turn, so hopefully I can get it with a paper towel. A lot easier with a paper towel. Your pan can fit under there, which I actually need another pan. So I'll wait to take this off. Got a second drain pan. Let it fill up a little more with oil. Gonna push that just to the side where oil's still going in it. Get my other one close. Slide it out of the way and slide that one under. Now I'll go ahead and take the filter off. Just drop it in your pan upside down. Still a little greasy, but we don't mind, I guess. Okay, so while that's draining out, we're gonna take the fuel filter off. Just unscrew that. Take it off and go dump it in your oil pan. And while we're letting that drain, we're gonna prep these filters. An easy way to do it is pull the tabs off your box, set it in your box to keep it more stable and from falling over, and fill it up with oil. That way you don't have an air gap and a dry spot to where the bearings in the engine aren't getting oiled for a minute when you first start it up. So you're gonna want to dump it straight down in the center there. And it'll seem full and then it will drain away because the filter's soaking it up. You do want to rub oil all over this O-ring. Helps it not catch and tear when you're putting it on. Okay, seems to be moving pretty slow. Then you'll take your fuel filter and do the same thing. Except for this one, you'll fill with fuel. Get it right up to the top because you want the least amount of air in there as possible so you don't have an air spot in your filter. We'll take this and put this on the truck. Some people like to put the dates on them or the miles so they know when they last did it. I don't have a Sharpie on me right now, so I won't be doing that. Helps if you go the right way too. I was turning it the wrong way. So you get it to where it seals tight on there. Just after it makes contact, you want to go half a turn, a quarter a turn, something like that. That was about a quarter of a turn. I think it's about half a turn after contact, but I got a little past contact before I said that, so I only got about a quarter of a turn out of it. Then you want to make sure to, I don't usually care to, but you want to wipe up your fuel. It doesn't cause that much of an issue, but better be safe than sorry, I guess. Might add, nah, I'll probably spill it anyways. Oil's almost full. Pretty close to the top anyways. I'll get back under here. Take and put that up there. It's not perfectly straight up and down, it's cocked to the inside a little bit. Yeah, I'll drop that on the ground. That's good. I have to set this down and do both hands. It's pretty slippery. Okay, so I got it. Screw it up there till it makes contact. Then go your half a turn. I'm gonna need to grab a towel for that. That was about half a turn. And take your drain plug. After that's been sitting there and draining for a little while, wipe it off on your towel. Go ahead and wipe the bottom of your pan right there. Put that back in. Go ahead and find what I did with my 3/4 inch. There it is. Tighten that back up good and snug. And then you go and put your 10 quarts of oil in. Funnel's a little dusty, so wipe that all out. Your oil goes in right here. Right behind the jet injection pump at the front of the block. Stick a funnel in there. This isn't going to quite be 10 quarts in here just because this one's a little low. And a lot of people go and dump a jug like this, which you can, but if you go all the way, it does that to let the air out. So it's a little better and steadier stream if you turn it the opposite way, because then you let the air gap be at the top. And this is 1540 oil, by the way. Yummy. While we're going ahead and letting that oil drain out of there, I'll do the air filter. Easier to pull the whole thing off and come out with it, because that bowl that sits down there makes it hard to pull out to the side. Truck hasn't ran in 11 years, and who knows when this was changed before then, so it's kind of nasty. Should be 2 little tabs on the bottom that line up with this bracket here on either side. Lower that down in there, set tabs on either side of the bracket. Go ahead and screw your wing nut back down. And for the job of it, that should be it. If you have this plastic duct on here, most trucks don't. Someone's took it off. Lets it breathe a little better if they don't have it. You can go ahead and hook it back up. I haven't made sure this one is clear yet since it's been sitting in the pasture for 11 years. So I'm not gonna hook it up and tuck it off to the side in case there's pack rat's nest or something in there. I don't know if these trucks do or not. I would assume the lift pump is electric. So if it has an electric lift pump, which I'm sure it probably does, turn the key on a couple times and let it run to cycle more fuel up there and build pressure. Who knows, these might have a primer up by the filter. No, they don't have a primer, but they have a little bleeder valve here on this side. So push that bleeder valve to let some air out. I don't know what's working on this truck and not. I see it's getting a little wet with fuel, but not much pressure. I'll turn the key again. Okay, I saw a bubble come out. So I guess now we'll see if it starts. It's been rough starting. I need to put new fuel in it. This is still the 11-year-old fuel that's been sitting in a pasture with. So we'll go ahead and see how it starts. Okay, started right up. Runs a lot smoother than it did. Guess I got a little bit ahead of myself there, because before you start your truck, you want to check the oil level in it, make sure you have enough oil, which I'm pretty sure it's 10 quarts, so we should be good. Now it might measure a little less because we already pumped oil through the motor and it's all over the inside of the motor. But go ahead and clean the dipstick off. Stick it back in there and wait a second for the oil to collect on it. Pull it back out. And it's just in between full and add. I would assume it'd sit a hair closer to, it'd probably sit right up at full when it's actually full. Could be I might have dumped in a little less, means one of my jugs was partially used. Or the fact that we also slung some all over the motor now and it hasn't ran back down in the pan. And I guess now we can fire it up and take it for a little drive. See how it runs down the road. Sorry for the dirty windows, but this is the first stuff we've done to this truck, other than put a radiator hose. This is second gear. I don't know what the rear end gears are, but it's got a 4-speed transmission. Okay, so we're in second gear. Speedometer doesn't work. The truck does have 148,000. But we can just get out on the road and take it down the road. Third gear. Second gear is pretty low gear. First gear, second gear, third gear, and here's fourth gear. And that's about it for today. I think we'll probably do a part 2 on, I don't know what you'd call it, service, yearly service or something, or maintenance. But for part 2, probably do a few things like glow plugs, video on glow plugs maybe, and a few other things. But ran pretty good. So if you want to see more videos on this truck or a few others that might be coming up and we might be doing videos on, a few diesel Fords, be some gas pickups, but for the most part we're planning on doing videos on diesel Fords. We'll have probably a 1970 4-wheel drive 1-ton flatbed, possibly Cummins swap, 52 Ford 7.3 4x4 truck, and maybe a few others. I guess. Well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more from the channel. We do have a couple more of these older videos that didn't get turned into videos before I started the channel. So thanks for watching Black Diesel Garage.